Here is the answer key to your page 1 study guide for your Unit 4 exam. You should be looking at this answer key after you've already gone through the study guide, answered as many questions as you can just from memory, reviewed your notes, tried to fill in some more information after reviewing your notes, and then finally just checking to see if you're correct or to clarify anything that you're still really confused about by looking at this answer key for the study guide. I've broken it down into 4 videos, one for each page, so that way it's not just one really long video. All right, so for this unit, it's all about cellular energy. So we were talking about how energy and its components are put into a system. They change form and provide function for the next system, eventually producing a free usable energy. We're going to focus on how parts of these systems are recycled and reused. The systems and processes that we talked about in this unit were sunlight, photosynthesis, cellular respiration, and then finally ATP. So for photosynthesis, the first question on the study guide says, draw a simple plant going through photosynthesis below. Include all of the inputs and where they come from. List and label the outputs as well. On the study guide, we've changed some terms around just to make sure you're comfortable answering this question any way that it's presented. What we've noticed on the Keystone exam is that they replace words that you might be used to with other words just to try to trick you, to make sure that you really understand what it's asking you and you really understand the context. So for this one, where we usually talk about products and reactants in class, this question switched those words with inputs and outputs. Don't let something like that get you really confused on the test. It's still asking you the same thing and still asking you something that you do know the answer to. So for this whole question, all it's really asking you is to explain photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chloroplasts, plants, is going to yield glucose and oxygen. That's it. Number 2, what organic biological macromolecule does photosynthesis make that is stored chemical energy? Since it's a chemical, what is its chemical formula? All right, so I just made a little note to myself to remind myself that I do know that organic means it's something that contains carbon. So if we look back up here, all right, carbon dioxide contains carbon and glucose contains carbon. So what organic macromolecule does photosynthesis make? All right, well, it's not talking about carbon dioxide now because it's talking about something that photosynthesis makes. So it must be talking about glucose. Glucose is stored chemical energy. Photosynthesis takes in the energy from the sun and puts it into a glucose molecule. That's where it's going to be stored until it can be transferred for its next purposes. Its chemical formula is C6H12O6. What does the role of stomata play in plants? Stomata are the little pores or openings that allow carbon dioxide to enter. So I don't know if you can see my little picture there. Stomata are the pores or openings that allow carbon dioxide to enter. They're like little pores on your skin. And number 4, where does photosynthesis primarily occur in plants? It's going to occur in your chloroplast. So that is the end of page 1.